One question you have to ask yourself is, do you intentionally or unintentionally have a disposition of fleeing, of running? Maybe you do it intentionally, maybe you do it unintentionally, maybe you don't know that you're running. But in order to get you to stop delaying deliverance, you have to first stop running. The question we have is, what have you been running from that God has called you to confront? What have you been running from that God is calling you to confront? So Moses asked the question, well, God, what if they don't believe me? And what does he do? He answers a question with the question. That's probably one of the most frustrating things that you ever experience, if someone answers a question with a question. I asked my wife yesterday, hey, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? You don't answer a question with the question. Sorry, that's just our own personal thing. But he answered the question with the question. And he says what? What is in your hand? He didn't even address the insecurity that Moses was speaking. Because I want to tell you that in 2018, God is giving assignments and he's not listening to excuses. He's giving assignments. This is what I need you to do. This is what I called you for. This is the purpose that I have for your life. And well, God, I can't do this, and I'm not eloquent of speech, God. I don't have enough, God. Well, I'm waiting till I get my life together, God. And once this happens and this happens, God, once I turn this certain age, God, once I get done with all this stuff, once my kids go off to college, God, once my baby gets a little bit older, God, once I get this job that I need, God, once I take care of these things in my house, God, then I'll be ready. God saying, I'm not interested in your excuses, but I want you to partner in the destiny that I have for you. Because there's people, and the thing is, we're living in a world, in a society where they're going to hell in a handbasket. There's so much things and so things that are going away so quickly. And God's saying, well, the real people of the church, the real people of God, stand up. Take your rightful place. Stop making excuses. So, God is giving assignments. He's not listening to excuses. The Lord shifted Moses' attention away from his anxiety about the future, and he suggested that he notices what is right in front of him. His rod. See, the rod represents his identity. It's who he was. It's what he did. However, he didn't also realize that right there in his hand was everything he needed as for an important part of his destiny. There's so many things that's right there in our hand that we overlook, that we minimize. I want to ask you that what common or ordinary part of your life that you think is just ordinary that God is wanting to use? What gift are you devaluing and overlooking that you think is just ordinary? Because I want to tell you right now that God can do something great just with that. He can take something ordinary and make it extraordinary. Something that you overlook and that you minimize. God's saying, that's exactly what I wanted. I could take that and I could maximize that. See, things in our eyes, it may look small, but God said, that's exactly the tool that I need. And right now it's been in your hand the entire time. What is in your hand? I'm not asking you to run my race. I'm not asking you to take what's in my hand. I'm not asking you to be like me. I'm not trying to make a clone of myself. All God's saying is, I want you to do what you've been created to do. What is in your hand? He's not asking you to do something that you're not capable of doing. It's in your hand, but you just may not be looking at it. You may be devaluing and saying, well, God, I don't know how you can use this. God's saying, that's exactly what I want to use. Why? Because if you feel like you have it all together, and that you know it's because of how great you are, and your gift is so good, then that's where we don't say that pride comes for a fall. And God said that I need you to sometimes feel unqualified, so that you can know that it's me who is doing this and not you in your own strength. So you have to feel unqualified. There's no timetable, time limit that you have to say I have to be saved this long before I can start truly serving God. There's no time limits. God can do something ordinary. And then he can take it and make it extraordinary. See, he didn't realize that it would be an important part of his destiny. So these people that were still in slavery this entire time, while Moses is still having this dialogue, we're talking about delayed deliverance today. Saying that answer the door, deliverance is knocking. And today I want to tell you, answer the door, deliverance is knocking. God is saying, there's something that I have inside of you that only you can do. And there's something in your hand that I need in order to make sure that my word goes out there. We always talk about here in the church, we want to be the hands and feet of Christ. My hands, I'm limited with my hands. But someone else comes to you, you can reach someone that I can't reach. You can go somewhere that I can't go. Everyone's story is different. You don't have to be a speaker. You don't have to have a microphone. That's not what's important. So first thing is, we have to stop. Number two is drop. Cast it down. Right? This is for someone, for anyone that no guidance, no gift. No guidance, no gift. There's a difference between being talented and being gifted. Talent can make you famous, but a gift will give you favor. The difference is the submission process. It's just a rod. You're saying it's just a rod, but a rod represents everything that you have. It's in your hand. It's your influence. It's your ability, your protection, your time, your security. And my hand is just a rod. But when I drop it, it becomes part of my destiny. When I submit it, it becomes part of my destiny. Saying it's just a rod. But the thing is, if you're scared to let that go, the small gift you have, if you're afraid to give that up for God, God's saying that you just don't realize how mighty what you've been carrying around and you've been overlooking, how I want to use that. God's saying if you just submit the gift, whatever it is, no matter how big or how small or that you may or how insignificant you make a thing, just submit the gift. That's what God is asking for us to do today. And then we'll see the manifestation of His glory. The Bible says, they that wait on the Lord, they shall renew their strength. They'll mount up with wing of eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They'll walk and not faint. How can this be true? See, because when you're in this position where you can run and not get weary and you can walk and not faint, it's because you are gifted with His strength, which is made perfect in your weakness. So the thing that you're overlooking, God's saying, I don't need you to feel like you have it all together. All I need you to be is a willing participant in what I'm trying to do. Say, what's going on? God's saying, I am requiring your gift. You see, there's so many people, talented people, all across the globe, whether it's a singer or it's an athlete. All the people that are just so talented, they can command the stage, they can do all that. But the difference is that the gift, when you lay down your talents, you pick up a gift. But with the gift, it comes responsibility. God said, wait. But God, I know how to do this. This is what I'm good at, or God, this is what I hold on to. God, I have. God said that every part of you, I want every single part of you, even the things that you feel like you have a good grasp on. God said, I need you to lay it down, drop it, cast it down. Why? Because there's something attached. God saying, I can do more with that than you can do in your own natural strength. It's only through Him that we can run and not get weary, that we can walk and not faint. So you're saying, okay, God, I have a talent right now. But God said, okay, I like your talent, but right now what I need to do, the difference between being talented and being gifted is a submission process. So God said, okay, throw it down. Amen. Lay it down. Whatever it is, I lay it at your feet, God, and you do what you have said that you can do. Yeah. There's a difference for being talented and being gifted. The thing is that we as the believers of the church, that we need to be, we're looking for gifts and not talents. Because eventually, you can have talent, but if your talent is not submitted to God, you can lose that talent. Happens all the time. You see it all the time. That when people get older, or maybe they're playing in the league and they're in the NFL and they're no longer able to operate the level, and now they're saying, well, I don't know what to do with my life anymore.